Hello. I kind of forgot to turn on or to set up my model and my camera and everything. So I'm going to not do that. Um, I'm going to just, put something up, I guess. I'll just be a PNG tuber today. I have, we'll just use this picture since it's on theme. I have, like I guess a Pokemon character that I drew a while back, and she's an OC kind of. Shit. Let me see if I can get her action. Oh my god. Sorry about the slow reveal on this. It's just fucking huge, and so it's like difficult to get on screen. Ooh. Shit. Fuck. So this is my Pokemon OC that I'm gonna be using. Sorry about the peekaboo. That I'm gonna be using as my avatar, basically. Here, she'll stay on screen. I'll show you guys the whole image. Oh, should I do the one that has Zorua? Oops. Hold up. Can I replace the source image? Yes, I can replace the source image. Neat. There we go. So I kind of based, if you probably tell, I based her outfit design off of like two different Pokemon. Um, she's supposed to be like a Hisuian OC, and so her main thing is obviously the Hisuian Zorua, but you can also probably tell she's got a little bit of like a Hatsuna vibe to her costume. And the idea there is that she is a ghost, and she died on her birthday. So she's all dressed up for her birthday party, and no one shows up um except a Drifloon floats in, and she plays with well, a bunch of Pokemon show up, and the Drifloon is one of them, and she ends up playing with the Drifloon and gets like floated away, and that's how she dies. So that's why she's in birthday attire. But yeah, I thought it'd be cute because when I first saw the Hisuian Zoro, I was like, it like surprised me. I was like, oh, its hair looks kind of like mine. So I was like, oh, maybe I could do something cute with that. So I thought that might be fun. And after, honestly, I started with building her team first. And from that point, it was kind of just, it sort of all came together very easily because her outfit is a bit just based on like members of her team. Here we go. We'll just put you in the corner there. And then let me just, oops. Why does this always happen when I do that? God damn it. Cool. Sorry, this is kind of just like a random surprise stream, but you know, I just felt like designing some Pokemon because of yesterday. I was thinking about the fact that oh, why do I have this? This should be on a separate oh, let's put some music on. That's a little loud. That's probably fine, huh? Let me know if it could be louder or quieter or what. Oh god, that's loud in my ears, so Jesus. Okay. So the idea of what we're doing today is I was thinking about oh wait, hold on a second. Let me double check something. Okay. So I was thinking about the fact that whales like the evolutionary path of whales versus what whales actually like. Here, let's see if I can. So here are the whale Pokemon that we have. I don't think this shows every whale Pokemon that we have, but this shows a lot of different large, like, let's see. Oh, create new from clipboard, okay. So this chart, someone on Reddit made this chart. Let me see. Hello, Reddit, please? Can I look at the post? looks like Darth Medios and our Pokemon. They made this chart showing like a size chart for a bunch of different Pokemon, right? And I was thinking, like, this doesn't show every whale Pokemon, but I was thinking about all the whale Pokemon that we have, and compared to like what the whale's actual evolutionary line is in real life. And I want you to take a look at something. Let's see. This one's pretty decent. Now, this isn't, like, the whole thing, and it's not, like, it's kind of, evolution isn't really, like, a direct thing, exactly, so, like, it's not to say that this is that this is directly the way that it went, but, the way that whales ended up, a mammal, like an underwater mammal. Oh, no, this isn't a new model, Wonderland. This is just art that I did. I just didn't feel like booting up my, well, I kind of forgot to boot up my model, so I was just like, whatever, I'll just put a PNG on screen. Yeah, she is, I guess she is technically an Alice-like, but that's my Pokemon OC. Her name's Yui. But, well, look, okay, yesterday, this whale thing came from the conversation yesterday. So, this is kind of the actual path of whales. Now, this isn't all the way down. This is just sort of to give you a good idea of what the fuck happened. So, whales didn't directly go, like, they didn't stay in the water the whole time. That, fun fact, a lot of, most life obviously sprung forth from, like, water. That's like, kind of, like, I'm not good at explaining things. I'm better at knowing things than I am at explaining things, but basically, this is such a funny song to be playing underneath me trying to explain something very poorly. So, basically, these, can I use something to draw with? Yeah, okay. There we go. So, these kind of like, can I make this bigger? Let's see. So, you know how most, like, well, like, all life was at one point, like, obviously, like, cellular, biological, like, a mess of bullcrap. And then over time, like, as the, environment changes, little bits, of creatures, like, over a very, very long period of time, start to develop traits that help them survive better. Generally speaking, the way that ends up working is that things with, like, things will be born with different, like, weird, like, maybe one day, this is, like, the worst possible explanation, but, like, say maybe there's, like, a few, of this creature, and this whole creature is just this piece of biological mass, and all they do is sit there and absorb nutrients. But every time something bigger comes by, it goes scoop, scoop, you're dead, biological mass, because you can't do anything, so we've eaten you. And these species come in, and they start scooping these guys up. So, this species isn't going to probably survive very long. But say this species, once in a blue moon, this creature is born with, like, this is the worst thing ever. Like, say it's got, like, a weird, like, butthole problem, right? Where it shoots too much air out its butthole, and it, like, goes fucking flying, and it's like, oopsie, here we go, and it doesn't just stay in one place and absorb, but they accidentally get this birth defect, where some of them just, like, go flying into another spot. Well, maybe, over time, as this creature comes in and tries to eat these guys, he comes over, tries to eat these guys, and these guys are the ones that keep ending up in a different place, not getting eaten. They have an escape method, and maybe that's not a normal trait for these guys to have, but because all the normal traded ones are getting, like, eaten up, killed off, or maybe, like, just the environmental situation isn't good for this creature, like, the weird ones are the ones that survive on to the next generation, and that's basically, like, the worst possible explanation of how evolution works. So, that being said, whales are weird. We're we're back in school, folks. It's butthole time. Jesus Christ. Well, I was just trying to think on the spot of, like, what would be, like, a realistic, like, thing to have happen, like, as a birth defect that could potentially keep a species alive. Like, obviously, it's not going to be as stupid as that. I mean, sometimes it is. I know there are clams that, like, fart around. They, like... Actually, I don't think they fart around. I don't know what they do, but these clams, like, jump. They're, like, jumping clams. But, basically, evolution is only a little bit of mystery. It's not like they have no idea at all how these things happen. But, so, basically, something in the environment essentially happened for these creatures to, like, essentially develop more and more aquatic traits over time, and eventually become the whale that we know and love. This is the worst fucking whale I've ever drawn. Jesus Christ. Oh, wait. Obviously, that's a bad whale, but yeah. Like, this isn't something that directly happens. This is, like, birth defect after birth defect after birth defect, millions and billions and gazillions of years. This is, an idiot explains evolution to people that probably already understand how it works. But anyway, the gist of it is, it bothers me how many, whale Pokemon there are, and how none of them whatsoever, as far as I'm aware, if I'm wrong, someone correct me, but, I have never... It's not... Okay, it's not a... I appreciate it. It's not a new model, though. It's just art that I made. But anyway, yeah, so it bothers me that there aren't any whale Pokemon that actually, like, utilize this really interesting thing that happened. So I'm gonna try my best to, design something that looks kinda, I don't know, vaguely like this. I'm gonna try and make it still, like, cute and somewhat of, like, a normal Pokemon, but I'm gonna try and fit the whole line on here. If I have to make the canvas bigger, so be it. I'm not really worried about it. Let's see. I was kind of thinking with what these guys look like, given the idea. I'm thinking I'm probably going to make the basic look mostly like this, with a little bit of this kind of, like, snout going on. But I want it to mostly look like this weird, like, dog rat kind of thing. His face is cute. His face is very cute, so we want to keep this, like, cute face thing going on. And we want to, I think I want to give him a little bit more of, like, a tail that will look whaley when all's said and done. I think I want to keep the tail just kind of looking like this shape the whole time. Since he's going to be a whale at the end, we want him to kind of have that fishy tail all the way through. Since he's a Pokemon and not, like, a real animal, like, we can keep some, like recurring themes. God, I would have a really hard time with a try not to say like competition. So I'm thinking probably halfway here for the second or for the basic first evolution. And then the third, or the second evolution is literally just gonna be a whale. I really like this song. But I think, we're gonna use more of, like, the fin structure here. But we're gonna keep that cute tail. And then I think I want to keep the cute, like, kind of face situation going on. And there's, like, there's a lot of different kinds of whales. So what I was thinking for kinds of whales, there are whales with teeth. And then there are whales with, like, this, like, weird stuff here. That's, like, kind of bristly. I forget what it's called. But I was thinking somewhere in between those two might be interesting, where rather than being like bristles, we have like really long, pointy teeth. So it like, in the basic, we can like give it small little cute teeth, right? Maybe like little fangs, and then like, maybe like little rat teeth like that, or maybe like two long ones like this, or just something cute like that, like something little. And then maybe, oh, maybe the first evolution can have like longer front fangs or something like that. To like prepare, so we go like this kind of path, I'm thinking. And we might do some vestigial ears that go away just because they're cute, I don't know. So this is kind of what I was thinking roadmap-wise. Did I study animals in college? Actually, no. What I was going to study in college, but I never made it all the way through because of some life circumstances. I was studying, I was trying to study, computer programming, and I was trying to do some, like, minoring in, like, design as much as I could at the college that I was going to at the time. I didn't really make it through very many classes at all, but I ended up, well, I had some friends though, so I did end up sitting in and shadowing on a lot of classes, and because I wasn't able to make it through college, I ended up just going home and having to do a whole bunch of, self-study stuff while taking care of someone else's child. Woo! That's always a fun time. Let me see, I'm gonna screenshot this and pull it open. There we go. I took a screenshot, so I'm just gonna pull this up for myself as a reference so I can, like, easily look at it. Cool. And then I'm thinking I might want to have some, like, Pokemon references up just so that I know kind of like the style I'm going for. Otherwise, I'm gonna be really lost. I'm pretty okay at, like, copying styles and, like, matching them, but if I don't have a reference directly next to me, it's pretty hard sometimes. Oopsie. Let's just put this one over here. Okay. Cool. So, I guess we'll start with just, like, a sketch of the... I'm thinking I'll start with the basic... I don't know. I have, like, half a mind to start with the stage one just so that I can have, when's my next stream? Probably tomorrow. I think it is tomorrow. I have, I do have a graphic up on the on my community tab. I'll check it in a little bit. Am I using all four? Not really. I'm just trying to make a basic, like, 3-stage design. So I'm trying to just kind of combine different elements. I just like that picture because it has, like, it has a lot of details, and it has a lot of, like, the individual difference, like, different things, like, it's just easy to tell, like, how things changed over time from this one image. So realistically, there's like way more stages in between than that. But it's like, this is just a pretty good, like, image. Yeah. It's a good reference. Yeah, I'm pretty bad at making it to my own streams on time, if I'm being honest with you. I end up having a lot of things suddenly come up that I have to do right before it starts, and then I'm like, oh shit, now I have to get ready. Oh fuck, oh shit. So, like, sometimes it is, nightmare fuel getting here on time, but I'm trying to think how round I want this thing to be. I really like round basics are really cute. I almost feel like having like a rat reference up, like for like rat Pokemon would be a good idea too. As dumb as this sounds. Oh Jesus, there's like a lot of different shapes that they come in, aren't there? I didn't really think about just how many rat Pokemon there were and how like different they look. I kind of like Nidorann's got like a good kind of shape we can use as kind of like a referential base. That's kind of the shape that I was thinking in my head. I have like no ability to like mentally visualize for some reason. That's part of why I started drawing. So like that's part of why I have so many references up constantly. Cause it's like I'll have an idea in my head, but then like I won't be able to, it won't make sense to me until I see something where I'm like, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Do we have a name for the, I don't know yet. I'm almost thinking it'll probably come as we're like creating this fella. Yeah, I'm thinking egg-shaped body. Egg-shaped body is always good. This is just a sketch, so we can just draw bullshit everywhere. I'm thinking egg-shaped. I'm thinking his head's gonna be... I'm trying to decide how ratty I want him to be and how doggy I want him to be. I'm thinking his head-to-body ratio, since he's a basic, has to be pretty big, right? There's gotta be, like, a lot of head for his body. But, except, I kind of want him to have a long nose, though. So we gotta give him, like, maybe his body should be a little smaller, just to account for the fact that he's gonna have this huge-ass fucking nose. Or maybe I should make it bigger because of that. I like this one. Sorry, I got kind of distracted. I like this song. Have you seen a kiwi bird? Yeah. I think, to be honest with you, I think that's kind of what I'm, like, imagining shape-wise. I am kind of just thinking of a kiwi-shaped individual. I want him to have, like, little stupid, like... You know how rats' arms kind of look like just, like, sweater arms with a little, like, hand sticking out? Like he's wearing a big baggy sweater? Yeah, like, kind of like this. And then he's got like a little hand down there. That's really cute. Feel like he has to have like kind of, I really like the types of eyes where they're kind of like They're large, but they're not like... kind of like more angular shaped. Like they're not just like a big old... I think I made his eyes a little too big. Well, actually, that might be a good shape for his head. I feel like I'd be better at designing Digimon than Pokemon. I think my sensibilities match Digimon a little bit better. We still need to make sure that he has a tail too, though. Maybe he should have, like, a little bit of a cheek situation. I think that'd be cute. Yeah, this is good. Don't need that to be that zoomed out. I'm thinking a Digimon design stream. I'm a lot less familiar with Digimon overall, but I mean, realistically, does it matter? Aren't Digimon for the most part just kind of random, like, shit? I don't feel like there's a rhyme or reason for half the Digimon. But yeah, I think that would be cool. Yeah, growing up, I never really got into Digimon, and then that's been like a recent thing for me. I like recently discovered that it's almost closer to like Tamagotchi than it is to like Pokemon, and I was like, oh, interesting. I think that sold me on it a little bit more. I think he needs ears, but I think they need to be small. I think his legs need to look like little sticks, kind of. Except not like that. I think he needs to have more of a hindquarter. I'm trying to avoid making him look... I keep looking over at my reference so that I can avoid making him look particularly like, Nidoran, because I was just kind of thinking, oh, how would Pokemon shape this kind of creature? But I don't want to, like, directly make it look like a Nidoran, I just kind of wanted to see what the shape looked like. So I'm like, oh shit, don't go too Nidoran-y. Don't go too close. I'm not familiar with Digimon unless it's that Magical Girl show with Pokemon motifs. Wait, what? What Magical Girl show with Pokemon motifs? That sounds sick. Let's... feel like I've done whatever level this one's from, like, 15 times. I think he needs, like, a snout, but he needs to be kind of... I don't want it to be too long. I don't want him to... Now he's looking like a Cyndaquil. Let's make his hand more like this. Yeah, okay, this sounds familiar now. I've done this level like 1,500 times for some reason. I don't remember why. I think I was having trouble with it or something. The rhythm kind of confuses me, honestly. It sounds like the singing's a little off from the, like, rhythm. I mean, he is really looking like Cyndaquil. Are you talking about Digimon Frontiers where the kids become their Digimon forms? Is that the one I started watching? I think that might be the one I started watching. Yeah, these feet are cute. I really am liking this design already. I'm gonna try and draw it in the art style if we have time. I don't know how long that's gonna take. The design part's taking pretty quick, so we might have time to do that. Which way should he be looking? Forward or up? I don't know, that was one random day when I was a kid. I turned on channel 6 to find a bunch of kids stuck on an island. They all did transformations into mecha versions. I think that's the one. That sounds right. Okay, his nose has to be like this because we can't make it too, maybe longer. That doesn't feel long enough. Maybe his head needs to be smaller. He's looking like a Nidoquill. Like you crossed a Cyndaquil and a Nidoqueen, or a Nidoran, god damn it. This isn't looking like an original thing at all! Fuck me. We need to fix it. He's also not as cute as I wanted to be. I think he needs small, vestigial, triangular ears. I think that would really help. And then making his tail will probably help. Let's do his tail. That will help. I know it will. I've been thinking about his tail a lot. And I think what would be the cutest is if it started off as this squatty little silly thing. With kind of like this sort of like shape going on. We can like fix it to be a little bit better of a fishy shape later, but kind of like these vibes? That seems cute. Oh! It'd be cool if he had something on his forehead turned into his blowhole eventually. That would actually be cool. The reference picture back up. So I'm thinking, do you want everybody up? Or just the part that, for the one that we're making right now? Oh, he should have whiskers. I like that the whiskers kind of very slowly disappear. I think giving him whiskers all the way down is a good idea. Let me write down whiskers. Why did I put 2 S's? Hello? What are you doing to him? Hold on. My sons are being little fucking freaks. Hey! Why are you murdering each other? Are you being evil or nice? Okay, you're being nice? Okay. Mommy's screaming, you gotta be nice and stop making murder noises. You gotta be sweet. Yeah. Sorry, my sons were trying to kill each other. Well, they weren't really, it just sounded like it. One of them's... The babies are kind of really dramatic, and they'll, like, pick fights. The babies will pick fights with my older one, Grimy, and they'll, like, beat up on him, and then they can't take it when he fights back. He, like, pins them down, and they're just like, oh my god! Oh, you're hurting me! Ah! And it's like, bro, it's not that big a deal. No, you're fine. Like, he's just bigger than you. Calm down. Okay, so yeah, I think whiskers are a good idea. I forgot to give him teeth. The teeth thing kind of went away because his mouth isn't, oops, his mouth isn't really in frame anymore. A whale with whiskers is cursed. Yeah, I think it'd be really cute though. Cursed or no cursed, I think it'd be cute. Wait, let me see what does whale tail look like? I thought so. They're not exactly shaped. They're shaped more like this. Yeah, that's better. getting too into the song again. Okay. Yeah, that's a much better shape for the tail, I think. I think it should be maybe a little bit smaller and cutesier, or maybe a little bit larger. I don't know. I think this is what needs to happen, actually. Let's just take this whole thing. Let's do this. I think I want the tail a lot bigger when he's at this size, but like the length of it to be small, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's very, very cute at that size. The one thing about the eraser I like is that you have to go over it multiple times. Okay, it's fine. This song is so cute. You love this thing? Good, I'm glad. I'm glad he's cute. I think his eyes could actually be bigger and lower. I think that's why it looks funky. I'm sitting here going, why does his eyes look creepy? They should be bigger and lower. And then this can be more centered. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's figure out the ears problem. As you might be aware, whales don't have ears. They have little holes, much like these. So we gotta make these ears small enough that they can reasonably disappear and it won't be like design shattering when at the higher evolutions. That's the one thing about making drastically different evolutions, is that if you make it too drastic, it'll start to look really weird and disjointed. There are some Pokemon where I'm like, why? Why is that? Like, why did you make it so that these two evolve into each other? That almost just doesn't, like, make sense. But, I'm too stupid to think offhand what that may be, but I'm sure it'll come to me at some point. So these ears look kind of pig-shaped. Or like the Uma Musume ears, kind of, where they're like this shape. And I'm kind of liking that. That's very cute. And it kind of matches with the tail and the toes. Everything having this kind of triangular design. I'm thinking as pupil, let's just make him look up like this. That feels cute. Kind of like the eye corners being like that. I might leave it with the eye corners like very pronounced like that. Oh, he looks so cute! Bro was cunty as fuck with the eyelash. Well, he doesn't need a really thick eyelids, necessarily. Thank you, Mara! Oh, your first time chatter, I think. Welcome in. Let me see. So, I'm thinking for ear placement... Ear, maybe? Like, as a base? I think that's about... Because if this is the center... Yeah, that feels about right on both sides. The issue is just how big they should be, I guess. And if I want to go directly triangular, or if I want to have a little bit of like a taper. Oh, the original image has- wait, what? Oh my god, he does! noticed. I think those are like eyebrow whiskers, but holy shit, he looks fancy. Hold up. Let's give... There we go. She's beautiful. That's what the female variant looks like. Doop, 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 doop. You were searching for videos how to draw Pokemon style? Oh, that's neat! So, it's to be honest, it's an art style that I kind of, like, have been trying to, like, study and learn how to draw better for, like, a while. So, oh, I shouldn't have deleted those yet. What are we thinking, guys? This one or this one? Number 1? Or number 2? Yeah, I have been kind of, like, trying to learn how to better draw this art style for like a really long time. I've learned a lot of it is literally just in getting proportions correct, understanding the way they do, like the way they soften like hard corners and stuff, and things like the shading. The way the shading is really weird. It's not that weird, but it's like it's something you have to kind of get used to, because if you're used to either like hard cell shading or really heavy blending, it's kind of directly halfway between the two. So if you notice, here, let me see if I can pull her up bigger again. Well, I placed her on the screen. Well, it's whatever. Oh, I like this song. So if you look closely, my, like, I have minimal shading that you would consider really blended out. I don't know if my cursor is even, like, visible, but if you see on, like, on the tops of my sleeves and stuff, like, where my hands would be, and just, like, the little, like, face area of Zorua and stuff like that, just the most minimal areas that are blended out heavily. And pretty much everything else is 2 tones of cell shading that I just blend out with. I don't remember which. It was one of my watercolor blenders, or one of my paint blenders. I'll figure it out as we go on, because I'm gonna try my best to draw the little whale guy in the right art style. But a lot of it is just, like, down to you figuring out what brushes match it. Honestly, it's kind of hard to explain because I just did a lot of like staring at drawings, or I mean staring at art from the game too. Okay, I was kind of thinking that too. Yeah, a lot of it's just staring at images and like just finding different brushes and just drawing lines like on top of a reference image and going, does that look the same? I'm not sure. Maybe I'll pick like slightly different brush settings and just like fucking around with your brush settings until it all looks right. Yeah, areas that are more like rounded out or more, I guess if you can think of the way, if you stand somewhere where the lighting is really harsh, like, if you're in a room with, like, only one light source, for example, like, if you're in your bedroom and it's, like, the evening, and there's not, like, a lot of light coming in from windows or anything, and you have just, like, one light maybe overhead, or, like, a desk light or something like that, and look at yourself in a mirror, and see where on your clothes you get really harsh shadows versus where you get more gradual shadows. Like, let me see. So imagine you have a shirt, right? And we're gonna, I don't know what your gender is necessarily or anything like that, but let's imagine you're a girl, because it's a little bit easier to imagine this if you're working with like a little bit of like titty, because it gives you some like shirt, like some hangover, and it makes this kind of an easier thing to explain. So if you have something that is like your light source is coming from overhead, you're gonna see your main light areas be like here, if it's directly from overhead. Here, let's make this easier so you know this is the light source. Okay. But, that being said, this isn't necessarily going to be all dark all the way down. It's going to be more like, you're going to see like, it's darkest up here because you have that like absence of light from this directly hanging over. You're basically seeing the seam of where the light hits. However, as you go lower down, you're gonna have more light reflecting off of other things beneath you that, like, the light will be hitting, or various, like, objects being 3D, they're not, like, just square angles, so you'll see a bit more of a gradual change, and that even the Pokemon art style, as simple, like, as it seems, does still follow this same, like, concept. So, surprisingly, for how cartoony the art style is, it's really realistic with the way that the shading works. So you'll notice underneath, like, my top, on the underside of my dress, the shading is a lot more blended there than it is, like, where there's wrinkles on the sleeves and stuff, because you would normally see a much harsher, like, shading difference there, even in real life. And they kind of... Pokemon, yeah, they're surprisingly... Like, they think through stuff like that a lot more than you would expect for a more cartoonish, like, art style, honestly. Let's get these. I'm thinking... How flat do I want them? I'm thinking maybe... Are his... Oops. Are his, like, kinda... His are kinda bent backwards, huh? Maybe we do the same thing. Maybe they go back like this. We'll give, since this is the back of the ear, we're gonna give a little bit less of a taper on this side. And a little bit more on this side. And then we'll pull it around that way. That seems cute. Is this the, like, fancy piano reprise of the regular Katamari song? That's so funny. I think that's a good size. I don't think they need to be any bigger than that. It definitely can be. It takes a lot of patience, at least for me, because my normal art style, I'm very just like, oh, here you go, here's a face, la-di-da, haha. Wow, here's my little guy, oh wow. But, like, regular, like, Pokemon art style is very deliberate, and you have to get those lines just right. You can't, like, I'm very sketchy normally, and very, like, I like things to look hand-drawn. And so... It's, like, kind of just a huge difference between that and my normal art style, I guess. Let's make his other hand be kind of, like, visible. Nope, that looks weird. I don't like that. Never mind. We should give him his teeth, though, for sure, because I think the teeth are really important. I want the teeth to grow, and he needs to at least have, like, some kind of front teeth. Oops. No, that looks fucking weird. I don't like that. Okay, that's... I'm not keeping it like that, but I'll take a screen... That's really stupid. I'll take a screenshot, because he looks really dumb. Okay, no, we're not gonna... we don't need inbred whale rat man. Ugh. That might be okay. Maybe one big tooth. Maybe just one big tooth. That could be really... Ah! Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's it. He's too cute like that. He's gonna stay like that. I love it. One, two. Wait, did you guys like the bad teeth? I myself am more angular and without direction. Yeah, I like art styles that are, I tend to like art styles that are very massively different than the way that I draw, and then I go, oh, I want to draw an OC from, like, that series, in that series art style. And, that's a bad decision on my part. Are we liking the one tooth or are we liking the many teeth? I like the one tooth personally, but we can give evolution 2 many teeth. We can or evolution 1 rather. Stage 1 can have many teeth and look like a little weird freak. I think a lot of the details of this guy are gonna come when he's colored. I'm trying to think. He's very simple right now. Like, I think maybe getting the bases of what these creatures look like out first, and then figuring out what their, like, aesthetics should look like. Because, why is this so zoomed in? Because I feel like I have this tendency to want to make them look really close to their real-life counterparts, and then I don't really take into account the fact that they are Pokemon. Oh, I did just have a cool idea, though, for his tail, actually. I'm thinking since he's so triangular, I like the idea of maybe giving him, like, triangles on his tail that look kind of similar to his ears in shape. And then making it so that they're all part of the, like, middle tail part. Kind of like this. And that side can just be like that because it's more heavily shaded or whatever. I think that looks cool. Yeah, that's definitely looking more Pokemon now. Let's see. I think I keep looking at his ears going, they need to be more big, but no, I like them that size. They don't need to be more big. His nose could be more triangle, but I think that's just with the way that I outlined it. I think him being a Pokemon, he needs the good old-fashioned Pokemon eye highlight. That's very important. Yeah. That's good. I don't know. Yeah, maybe we should leave him be and come back to him. Let's make him... No, let's just make the canvas bigger around him. Well, the canvas is already pretty big. Maybe just a little smaller. And then we can just make the canvas a little bigger, too. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we got our basic boy. Let's call him, I don't know what to name him for now. I feel like we should just name him something random until, like, a name of a guy. Until we can, like... I'm just gonna name him Speeve. S-B-E-V-E. Speeve. So this is Speeve. He'll have a real name later. For now, his name's Speeve. That's what we're calling him. Let's pick a different color for stage 1. Let's make him purple. Since he's the in-betweeny stage. And then the final stage can be blue. Let me think. Shut up! Why are they calling me? Sorry, I'm being harassed by solicitors, and I do not know why. Okay. Let's see. So... I feel like this is where I need to think harder. Should I... Actually, I'm starting to wonder if I should make the third evolution, and then make the in-between one last, so that he's, like, properly, like, combines the two. That almost feels like the better... Is this seriously dogs? Is this the dog cover? Oh, yeah. It might be important to think about the type. I mean, to be honest, I assume it's gonna be at least water. Whether or not it's gonna be dual type is another story, but it's definitely gonna be at the very least water. Maybe we should think about that. I mean, it being a whale... It almost would be funny if it wasn't water, right? It looks like his second eye! Oh god. That makes him look fucky. That makes him look kinda derpy. This would be him front-facing. That's horrific, and I hate it. So thanks for bringing this to my attention. Thank you for that. No, that's not. No. Clear the layer. No, thank you. Scary. Uh. So, water. Wait. Whoa! I guess. I don't know how to type him, honestly. I mean, we could make him extra cute and he could be very tiny. But that seems like kind of a cop-out to me. Why must I Fine. He'll be off. He'll be off. He'll be there. I'll call it Little Speeve. There. He'll be there. He'll be over here. There you go. He's got his own spot. What? I don't know what could be normal and become water later. That's a thought too. That's not a terrible idea. I always kind of overlook normal as a type, to be honest with you. But that's not like the worst idea in the world, and I kind of like... How many water normal Pokemon are there? I wonder. Let me look up. Are these ducks now? There's ducks involved now? Let's see, what in water normal Pokemon are there? Bidoof? Or Bibarel, rather? I didn't realize Bibarel was water normal. Oh, there are a lot of water normal types. Am I stupid? I didn't realize some of the... There's some really good water normals. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, that sounds kind of neat. I don't hate that. Also, I'm realizing in looking at a lot of Pokemon, their designs are kind of all over the place. I absolutely probably could have made him look more freaky and less, like, cutesy and quadruped. Dude, this song is... I'm tripping out. This song is making me tweak out. I don't... I can't think while this song is playing. This song is insane. The fucking eagle? Actually, technically, that's a hawk noise. But eagles sound fucking odd. Hold on. Actually, you guys gotta hear this. This is what an eagle actually sounds like. You're not ready for this. No, not YouTube Studio. YouTube Regular. Thank you. I never uploaded eagle noises. Thank you. Alright. So, this is the the call of a bald eagle, right? So this is what you've been conditioned to think an eagle sounds like, right? Wrong. That's a red-tailed hawk. This is what an eagle sounds like. Oh, wait, I should turn this up high for you guys. Sorry, I'll turn this up a little higher. I don't know if you heard the eagle. Eagle. Or, I mean, sorry, the hawk. Yeah, that's a hawk. Right, right. This is what an eagle actually sounds like. Not that. This sound. Make the noise. Yes, that's what an eagle sounds like. Kind of like just a normal ass fucking bird. It's not. It's not like that crazy interesting sound that we've all come to attribute with like America and all that shit. No, it's just regular ass. Oopsie, regular ass bird noises. Strange. Yep, a red-tailed hawk is the actual sound of freedom. That is correct. It's so strange. You know, they refer to this in Banjo-Kazooie. Does the eagle make a normal sound in Banjo-Kazooie? Like the sound it's supposed to make? Oh, I like this one. Oh wait, this is the one with the weird, oh wait, no, this is the one that I did the same level of like a million times and has the weird one. Okay, so this is the one that's gonna look freaky. So maybe we should actually go to the whale one first and try the middle one first. Because I'm a little... Oh, the music is loud. Yeah, you're right. Thank you for pointing this out. I would not have noticed otherwise. Okay, so anyway, what I was saying, I'm concerned about attempting to draw this first. So I'm going to draw the third one first and come back to the second one just because... oh, my music's almost over. Well, no, it's not almost over. Okay. Let me see. Let's pull up some whales. Different kinds of whales. And let's decide which one looks the most aesthetic. Resident whales and dolphins of Hawaii. Okay, well, I want to see just all the whales. Well, here's... okay. This is many whales. This is good. Many whales... It doesn't need to be every whale. Many whales is good. Oh, God. I have never seen the bowhead whale before. That's crazy to look at. Where's my... there it is. Here, let me pull this up, because that's actually insane. Create new from clipboard. There we go. Okay, so here's whales, okay? Whales. Given what our guys look like, we probably want to pick a whale that doesn't look like... I don't think... let's cross stuff out. I don't think we should do sperm whale. I don't think so. Oh, let's not do it on that layer. I don't think we should do the sperm whale because his head's weird. I don't like his head. It's gonna be way too hard to turn this, like, head shape into that one. Because of this big, stupid, like... That's a weird shape. We can't work with that. That's too hard. Can't be a dolphin. Partially because the whole point of this is to make a whale. And partially because fuck dolphins, fuck dolphins, fuck dolphins. They're evil and they're bad. Fuck dolphins into... If honestly, if I was the richest person alive, and I had unlimited money to do whatever I wanted to, I would use that money to gather all of the dolphins and launch them into the sun. That's what I would do. I would launch all the dolphins into the sun, and then we would be rid of them forever. Also, hammerhead worms, because they are an invasive species and near impossible to kill. But that's irrelevant. Fuck dolphins, they're sociopaths, and we should launch them into the sun. Anyway, porpoises are fine, but not what we're doing today. Belugas also not what we're doing today. Narwhals are cool, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'll consider the horn. I don't know about narwhals, but I'll consider the horn. The horn is neat. Also, not sure how I feel about bottlenose whales. I don't think I can do that very easily from a structural standpoint. The rest of these, I think we can structurally do. I don't know that I'm necessarily set on the idea of an orca, but I'm not against it per se. We can consider it. What if the tooth turned into a horn? That's an idea. It could also, I was thinking this thing could turn into a blowhole eventually, but that could also grow horn-like. So, you know what? Okay, alright, I'm sold. We're doing the horn. We'll turn this into an exclamation point. We're doing the horn. Horn is happening. But we're still not doing a narwhal. It's just the horn will be there. The horn is sick because at the end of the day, it's a Pokemon and it doesn't have to be a one-to-one exact replica of the exact breed of whale we're going with. I think I was right about the whale that was underneath yesterday on stream. I think it was a sperm whale. And I think the other one that we had seen before was a blue whale as well, funny enough. It could have been a humpback, judging by the size, actually. It very well could have been a humpback. Let's see. I'm thinking I kind of... Let me see. Your nose shape is kind of long. This thing's nose shape is kind of long and pointy. So I feel like the flatter nosed ones aren't gonna work as well, and I don't know that I necessarily want it to be this huge enormous thing. So maybe blue whale is out, and this one's just kind of a fucking freak, and that's gonna be hard to like... These two are just too freaky looking. That's gonna be too hard. I'm almost kind of leaning towards something along the lines of like a humpback or a gray whale. That feels good to me. These just kind of look like tunas. I don't really know what to say about them. They kind of just look like tunas. So I think we're kind of going with... Is this a drum and bass song? Oh wait, no, this is literally the opening. I'm so stupid. Okay, this song is fun, but it's kind of hard to talk over the Katamari opening. Where's my music? Oops. What soundtrack should we listen to now? What has really good music? Let's do... Let's do the Persona 3 soundtrack. I'm skipping Burn My Dread just because it's too lyrical. There we go. So the part of the reason too that I don't want to do Blue Whale is because that's literally just what Whale Lord is, and I just really don't feel the need to just draw Whale Lord exactly as is. Yeah. So I think this is good. I think this is good. Humpback or gray whale. And I think the fins being a little bit more small and shaped like this might be good because... Well, or we can make them really big and interesting. I kind of do like the idea of giving them really big, like, whaley features after the fact. And maybe it can be prettier. Maybe it can be more along the pretty lines. So this is shaped kind of... So he's shaped kind of like this, right? And we can kind of keep that general shape with this whale too. Because that's kind of how the humpback whale is shaped. So that's actually really good. We can do his tail and then up like this. And then you can really see his nose and teeth and stuff. And that can be kind of the way that this fucker is shaped. Yeah, that seems good, actually. That seems pretty good. Oh, I forgot that you were still there. Okay. So... this is fucking huge. We're gonna need an even bigger canvas. That's probably fine. And then if we need to make it smaller again, that's doable. Okay, so this is not going to be to scale, because this thing's probably going to be, like, fucking kind of huge. Are we actually calling it speed? No. I was temporarily naming it speed for later. That would be like if I had one of these in my party as like a Pokemon and they go, oh, do you want to nickname your Pokemon? Speeve is his nickname. That's not his name. I'm almost thinking we should make Speeve's blowhorn slightly more blowhorny? I shouldn't have said horny like that, but maybe we should make it more... That's a weird shape. I'm trying to make it kind of diamond shaped, but like in a three-dimensional way. I'm trying to make it like a prism. Is that too much like... That's not too much like Nidoran, is it? Damn it. I don't need it to be like a crystal. I'm just trying to make it like shaped kind of like a triangular enough that when it gets bigger, it'll make sense. Does that make sense? Like maybe a little rounded on top and then come in like that. Almost like a shark fin shape slightly. So that when he gets bigger and it grows fully out, it'll like make sense. Look! That was accidentally said that. Oh, I forgot his whiskers. I was speeving through too badly, and I forgot his whiskers. I think I want them to be a different color. So that they're really prominent when he gets big. That's really cute. I really, really like that. Should I give him... You know what? Just for you, Wonderland, here. They're a little long. I might make them a little less long. But I'll give him... Well, they're not supposed to be eyelashes. They're supposed to be little eyebrow whiskers. Yeah, they are a little long. Maybe I'll make them a little less long. Okay. That's cute! I really like his whiskers! He's so silly. Yeah, I'm liking this little goof. And maybe as he gets bigger, he has similar spines like on his tail or something. That'd be cool. Okay. So... I'm thinking... Speeve is pretty close to done now. He'll probably have some markings, but... Let's make our humpback boy. Let's make his mouth kind of open. That looks dumb. But it'll look less dumb as it goes along, so it'll be fine. Should he have more of an underbite? His nose should be longer. He looks very stupid right now. It's okay though, so did Speeve before he was done. I think he definitely should have somewhat of a narrow, like, underbite scenario going on. And like a sleek head shape. Obviously, it's not really a head because it like kind of moves into the body, but what would be his arcana if he was a persona instead? That's such a bizarre question. It's like hard to answer. I mean, he's just a little silly little guy, so probably the fool. He seems like a little fool. That looks fucking stupid. Okay, you know what? His mouth is gonna be shut because this is bad, and I don't like this at all. Now he looks even stupider. That's it. There he is, guys. That's it. That's the whole Pokemon. Welcome to the welcome to the stream, guys. There he is. So he's stupid. I'm gonna take a screenshot of him too. He's too stupid. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's be serious. What? We need to make this thing look less stupid because third evolutions are supposed to be cool, not dumb. Where are his fins located? Like at a here point? So his mouth is gonna be like that. His fins can probably be like here. Maybe his mouth... That's not what I wanted. Maybe his mouth isn't nearly that long. And maybe his face is like way down here. That makes him look still stupid, but at least it makes him look like more of a unit. It's okay. He won't look this stupid when all's said and done. He's getting better. It's fine. He's coming along. I want him to have kind of something akin to Kyogre's ass. That's kind of what I was thinking when I first thought about this, like, Pokemon. I want him to have, like, a Kyogre-type tail, but shaped a little bit more like a regular whale one's. Almost like this wiggly kind of way. Like this kind of wiggly situation here. Like, out in sheets like this. But, like, that. So, I think that might tie in the whiskers. I think it's easier to show than it is to explain. But, like, how these are going out like that, I want to do, like, more of them. And then make, like, the parts in between be kind of, like, flowy. I think it will make more sense as I draw it. But I want him to have this, like, unit of a fucking tail. That was part of why I made the canvas size so big, because I want his tail to be, like, really majestic. I'm a huge fan of, like, water creatures that have, like in real life, that have, like, these huge, like, flowy tails. Like that. Sukimori could never. So I want those little spines to become like this. The whole tail, kind of. And then make this one go out like this, kind of. And then have maybe like one more strand each. That's like that. I want these ends to be considerably longer, though. So it, like, kind of flows out as he, like, swims. Almost like a skirt. Or like a mermaid tail, almost. And then, because of the way this is shaped, have it like this in the ends. So basically have it web outward so that with each tail spine it gets a little bit longer, the overall tail. It's really messy right now, but I hope you get like the idea there. That's what I'm going for here. The tail looks flowy. Good, good, good. That's exactly what I was going for. I want it to look like these are like tendrils that are essentially holding together like a webbing. So like this one has little triangle things out, and then stage 2 they grow out a little further, and then by stage 3 they're basically like the tendrils holding the tail together. I think I might change my mind about the typing down the line, but I don't know yet. I'm figuring it out still. I kind of want this part to be a little thinner, just so that it looks like it's kind of coming off and growing off into a larger piece. This music's a little frantic. Just for what we're doing. Yeah, that seems good. That part looks a little funky, but we can fix that as we go. Okay, okay, that's something. He still looks really stupid, but we're getting somewhere. I think these will probably form more of their own, like, shape as we go. So I think placing his... Okay, let's get rid of that. That's stupid. Placing his horn... I'm trying to decide how much I want to change his, facial structure. It seems like a lot of whales have their eyes, like, at basically on their, like, mouth line, essentially. Like, on... Like, here's the mouth, and then it directly lines up with where the eye is. So, I wonder how freaky it would look to just go like this. With the mouth. Like, if that would be odd. And then just have the eyes look relatively similar to the original eyes. Does That's kind of how Kyogre's eyes are, though. I don't want it to just look like Kyogre! See, I run into this problem where I have, like, good ideas, and then I go, oh no, this just looks like something else, and then I shoot myself in the foot, and then I never finish a thing. Well, it's fine. I just gotta make sure that it's vastly different. I think if we gave him a bit more of a jaw, then we could kind of show his teeth a little bit. Which is what I originally wanted to do. Oh, I kind of like that. That's kind of creepy. I like it. It's like creepy in a positive way. There, now we can show his many teeth. Perfect. Okay, so now he has teeth. And he has a proper face, and he looks like... I was worried that I was gonna make him too cute or too pretty, and he wasn't gonna look like a proper, stage 2. But I think we're getting there with the appearance. I think, and you can tell that's still of the same evolutionary line. See, he's coming together. He's looking less stupid. Let's see. I think I kind of want his fins to have a similar aesthetic to his tail. But... I want it to... Did I recede? I feel like I want to recede his tail a little. I feel like up where it is, there's not enough flowiness in the, like, tendrils. Because what I really want is the tendrils to look big and tendrily. So we gotta, like, recede some of the webbing a little bit. That's so much better. That looks really nice. Okay. Yeah, that's wonderful. Okay, so for his horn, how does narwhals work? It's like on their nose, huh? I kind of put this one where the blowhole would be. Should I make it go down more? Like here? Does that seem reasonable? I should make it go kind of forward, huh? Okay. So, I feel like this is good, but not good at the same time. I don't like that shape. I think it could be prettier. I think with the way the whiskers are, we could make the horn a similar shape to the whiskers. Where there's a little bit of a curvature to it. And a little bit of a plumpness to the center. That looks cute. That's like a cute shape for a horn. Do I want it that long? I feel like that's a little long. But with how long his tail is, maybe that's not too long. I don't know. Down here even? No, that's too short. I don't know, maybe it's good. I kind of want to make it unicorny where it's like swirled. But I don't want to make it stereotypically unicorny. I kind of want to maybe the where the like crease is on the spiral. is like hollow glow or something like that, or maybe it matches another color on his like design. So it's almost like a stripe. And then on the smaller one, it will have like maybe 3 segments to the horn. So then it kind of ties in to the base. We're at school, I see. Or after school. I don't remember if this is the during school or after school song. Okay, I want to get this thick enough that I can draw down the center of it and make it hollow. Oh, it's bad. There we go. Didn't center it very well. Oops. It's okay, these are just the sketches, so it doesn't have to be exact. So, fun fact, I do use the same brush for my sketches as I generally do on the finished product, but not for Pokemon stuff. This is my all-purpose brush. I use it for my own illustrations really heavily, but I don't really... Pokemon, I have, like, a specific set of brushes that I went out of my way to find for that art style. Specifically. Okay. So I'm thinking... for his fins... Well, I'll give him his whiskers, because I think that's great. I'm gonna do it on another layer, so that I can go really flowy with it. That's basically what I was thinking with the whiskers. Oh, wait. These ones should be more like... that, huh? Yeah, because if he's swimming through the ocean, they're probably flowing in a little bit more of that kind of a shape. Cool. That seems good for his whiskers. And I can just merge that down now. So go like this. Clean that out a little bit. That's why you'll find that I don't very often use the eraser tool. Because it's just a lot easier to go transparent version of the brush I'm already using most of the time. I just noticed I tend to get a cleaner erase that way. It just doesn't look like I erased as much when I use the same brush as I'm drawing in. Yeah, isn't his mustache cute? He's such a cutie. Let's see. I feel like leaving some semblance of where his ears once were would be kind of a cute idea. But it might also be too much. I'm thinking his arms should have a little bit of the, like, this. Like, the way his toes are. You See how he has 3 toes? I think it'd be cute. And I just kinda... There's no rhyme or reason for that, I just kinda like the shape there. But I think his fins should resemble his toes. I think that'd be really cute. And then maybe the color of his fins is the same color as his little feeties. I think that'd be really, really cute. Yeah, I think his fins look really sick, actually. I'm really liking how that ended up looking. Fun fact, this is not Lotus Juice doing this rap. This is just random samples that he found, and he was like, yeah, okay, I'll put these together. That's okay. Same about my tracks. That's also not me singing. Same thing there. I am using samples creatively. I am too scared to sing on a track still. I will eventually. It will happen, but right now I'm scared. Do I have a Discord server? Yes, I do have a Discord server. It should be in my, like, description thing, but, I think that's where Arthur in the chat is my editor, and he can tell you that. Oh, it looks like he has said so. Yeah, so it is in... Speed evolved into Bebo Brine? I don't know what that is. Is that his name? Is that what we're calling him? I'm thinking we can go like this to just show what's going on here with this, Oh, I see. We should just do this. There we go. That looks better. Cool. Okay, so he's coming together. Let's see. I'm trying to think. He should probably have lower, like, fins, too. Since he does have 4 legs and a tail, I kind of want him to keep the vestigial lower legs as, like, fins. So maybe we put those, like... I have a hard time drawing without seeing the whole picture for some reason. It's probably autism. Probably, like, here. Something like that. Maybe a little more fin-like. It's too long still. That seems better. Yeah, I'm liking the leg fins. I'm glad the music got all serious. This is a very serious part. The leg fins are very serious business. Alright, see you later, Wonderland. Have a good night. I'll make sure to, I'll be posting the art in the Discord when I'm all done anyway, so you will definitely see it. See you later! Have a good night! Oh! Hero Brian from Minecraft. Gotcha. I'm stupid, and I kind of forgot about that, even though I was literally like memeing about that at people for a solid like month. I kept making Herobrine jokes and pissing off all my friends. And I kind of forgot about it entirely because I don't play Minecraft. I just like annoying people. I did try playing Minecraft one time, and then I dug a hole and couldn't figure out how to get out of it. So I figured, okay, well, I guess I'll just dig deeper. And then I got killed by lava like an idiot. Like exactly how you would expect. Because I guess, yeah, that tracks that if you dig deep enough, you're gonna hit lava and then you're gonna get killed. Okay, that seems good. I like that. Ooh, yeah. This song's too good for its own good. Does he need his forehead ones too? Kinda like it. Oh, that looks really cool, actually. I really like that. Maybe he just has one in this evolution. Maybe there's something on the ends of it. Not like that, but like something cool. Maybe they get to be like this length? And they have like things that hang off of them. That would be cool. Is that too much? I think it needs to be more shaped like this if it's gonna match. And then these need to be like... Okay, I see what I need here. I see how this needs to be if this is gonna look good. Thank you, Arthur. I am trying my best. I'm going to be very frank and honest. I have designed Pokemon OCs that are human. I have never made an attempt to draw, like, to design a Pokemon before, like, completely. So I am hoping that this isn't a pile of hot garbage when all is said and done. I think I made these pointing in a weird direction. So we're gonna stick with this concept, but I'm gonna redraw them because I feel like I made them go weird. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, this works now. It's looking a little like Milotic, actually, now. Which I don't dislike. Milotic's one of my favorite Pokemon, so I'm not complaining about that. But we gotta still make sure we don't, like, copy anything very directly. I think a lot of times I get really excited about referential stuff, and so when I notice that something seems like something else, I will, like, make that association, and then I will make it into the ground. And then, when I start to get really stuck in my head, and I worry that my ideas aren't original enough. But I'm thinking this thing is pretty unique. I think this is good where it's at. I don't think, like, it needs too much more outside of, like, the colors. This song is weird. Okay, I think I'm gonna put this fella here. We're gonna put Speeve up here. Well, we'll wait. I'll make his other evolution in the center here, and then we'll rearrange them. Oh, this is an alternate. I'm gonna move him just for now so that I can draw better. I forgot, this song is for like a weird like level, isn't it? Okay, let's see. I did not save, oh my god. I never bothered to save this. Okay, that was scary. Oh, we're good now. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Let's see. So, now, here's the part that is both, it feels easy, but probably isn't. We have to bridge the gap between these two fuckers. So, we're making this boy now. Um, hmm. This probably won't be too hard. Maybe I want to make this one have all his teeth kind of sticking out of his mouth like a little goof. I'm really excited about giving him those these. Whatever, the one that I screenshotted earlier. Let's see. The version of Speeve where I filled his mouth with weird teeth. Because this is Pokemon, and it doesn't necessarily have to make sense to, like, a human sensibility, I almost kind of want to make him sit up like this. I'm gonna use my thick brush so I can make a good idea of what... Have him, like, sit on his little butt so his little feeties are like this. And his little fins are like this. And his tail goes up like this. I think that'd be kind of cute. And then he has this weird little face and his teeth. Yeah, something like that. And then maybe his ears are really, like, small or something. And then his horn starts getting kind of, like, bigger. Yeah, I'm liking... I mean, this thing's a weird little freak, so obviously this isn't what we're going with. Like, this isn't Doodle, but I'm liking how the Doodle's looking. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And then his tail can look like this. And it can be 4. Or it can even just be 3. Like that. It's hard to tell what I'm doing, probably because of all the sketch marks. Know that I can see what I'm doing just fine. You guys just can't, because it's all sketched up and fucky. Like that. Like, it's not a great... This is just the most wonky bullshit image. I love how my drawings go from whatever the fuck this is to, like, actual good stuff, but, like, it always starts at this face. Like, it'll get there. It'll get there. But, like, that's always... This is always a phase it has to go through first. Move you out of the way and turn you off. Well, I'll just make you light. Because then I can see you there, but I don't... There we go. Okay. Cool. So let's go... I think I am gonna make him sit up like that. Oh, that's too close. I'm trying to think of how to... I guess we'll just kind of shape his head. Oh, I'm still on the thick lines. guess I could just do this. It's kind of cheating, but just so I can get the head shape kind of good. Okay, that's a starting point. I mean, it's not really cheating. I'm just getting proportionally like where I'm supposed to be, but still always kind of feels like cheating. Alright, so we want to get his nose as like a halfway point. So we want to go... Let's kind of get his head to body shape figured out. He goes from this to this, so we kind of got to get that upper half looking a little bit bigger. And we got to get that hump started for his tail. I think a round belly is very cute for a Pokemon, and I think stage 1 is perfect for, like, hitting that midpoint of, like, you can make him a little bit cute, but if you make them a little bit, like, tough looking at the same time, you can kind of hit that really cute, like, sweet spot where they look like a weird little gremlin. Like Crocodile. Like, Totodile's very, very cute. But Crocodile looks like a weird little gremlin man, and I really love how fucking cute he looks, like, in... He's, like, kind of ugly, but I really like that. I really like when the stage 1 Pokemon is just a little bit ugly, so that's what we're going for here. We're going for that slightly... Okay, you're kind of cute, but you have that... It's the reason why Labubus are cute, honestly. It's like... You look at their face and you're like, oh, that's weird. But it's like, it's cute, but it's like a little bit like, why are you like that? like when a cute little guy has something like a little unibrow, or like its teeth are all like sticking out of its mouth, like shit like that. Like, we're gonna hit that like ugly cute with this guy. That's what that's my goal. I think the shape of him is already it's a little silly. I think he could be, to be honest with you, he looks a little bit funky. I think I could make his head a little rounder. I think we need a little bit more dimorphism between the head and the, like, body, honestly. I think the head needs to be a little bit more of it, though. Because he still needs to have that hunchback vibe. He just needs to not be, like... He needs to be like a 50-50 head-body ratio, I think. I think that's what we want. Like, I'm almost feeling Raticate. His spot pattern looks like a caveman tunic? That's so cute! Okay, see you later, Mara. Yeah, definitely send the drawing that you did. I want to see what I want to see what you did. I'm excited. There's an art channel, but I know that the channels are kind of hard to tell what the names are. I'm pretty sure the art channel, you can tell which one it is, but if not, it's not a big deal. You can just post whatever, until I, like, better clean up the channels and stuff. So, let's see. So I guess I want to make his feet look like flippers. The feet are gonna be smaller than the hands. I kind of want to just make his hands, like, kind of flopping downward. Like, he has these flippers and he doesn't really know what to do with them. I think that's, like, a cute idea. Like, maybe he has one kind of going up towards his tummy. That was a weird... That noise made me think that I, like, encountered a Windows error or something. That was odd. So they still have to be shaped like this, though. Because they are still kind of claw-like. It would be interesting if I put claw tips on the ends, but I don't think that's going to work well from a design perspective. I think that's going to be difficult and clunky. Like, I guess I could I'm thinking about it. I could try it, but I think that looks weird. Yeah, that's weird and too much. Yeah, see you later, and thank you. Thanks for subscribing. I hope to see you next time. I mean, if you can't make it, you can't make it, no worries. But, like, I hope you had fun, and I hope you see you next time. I had fun talking to you as well. Where... Okay, I'm still, like, kind of having trouble figuring out where I want to be with this snout size. I kind of want to make it upward, though, just so that you can see his teeth. Now he's looking like a fucking seal. I don't want him to look like a seal, I want him to look like a whale. Is he looking like that middle, like that bottom thing? I'm really trying. I think I want his nose to be a little bit... Maybe we make his head a little more like that. A little higher up. There we go. That's a little better. I think his tummy drags slightly too much. I think it needs to be a little more upright. Oh, I like this song. I forgot what part this song's from, but I really, really like how this one sounds. It's very, like, 80s new wave kind of vibes. Sounds like it'd play in, like, a department store. Is this a department store song? It definitely gives me department store vibes. Is this, like, the mall song or something? That's what it's hitting for me. Arthur would know. I feel like I like the general vibe, but like his body shape is not hitting it for me. But maybe as we go on, it'll feel better. I'm liking the concept, don't get me wrong. It's more... His head's looking funny to me. It's not looking right to me. I might just be having my own issues. I like his feet just kind of being like little Psyduck feet kind of thing. Because they're pretty similar to the original feet. But they're a little bit more like how they'll turn out in the end. And we can give him his little, like, shoes. I know they're not shoes, it's just cute. They look like that. Okay, so what I want to do with this tail is make the center of it go kind of out. And then have the edges of it be made out of these guys. So let's see if I can do that in a way that doesn't look stupid. Maybe we make them kind of rounded? That looks kind of cute. The side got all fucky, but we can fix that. I think that looks kind of good. I think I don't necessarily want to follow the original color scheme of the creature. I think I just want to do whatever I want. To be honest, with how long this is taking, I don't know that I necessarily want to, like, finish this full fleshed out drawing today. I think I just want to color the sketches, but we might come back in and finish these off, because I have some other stuff I want to do today, but drawing streams always take a really long time. I never end up finishing what I'm drawing. But I try my best. Thinking how I'm gonna make his little teethies. Oops. Thinking just making like this. I think that would be cute. Giving him a little bit of like a face shape for it. And then maybe, ooh, wait, maybe, whoa. Hold up. I had an Apophone. This is amazing and perfect. Yes. Yes. That's not too much like Kyogre, right? No, that's even less like Kyogre. Perfect. Yeah, let's go. Awesome, amazing, wonderful. We like it when our art doesn't look like other art. Okay, so he's gonna have his one little tooth like that. Maybe it even looks like this. Yeah, that's cool. Kind of like that. Oh shit, I did that on the wrong layer. Okay, that's pretty good. Do we want to just have his mouth open? No, wait, I didn't want his mouth open. I wanted him to just have his teeth out. Like a little gremlin man. Yes, this is perfect. I love his gremlinness. And then we can make his nose like this still. Well, we can make it kind of triangular since he's looking up this way. Oh, I don't. Let's just have it be a triangle like that. Yeah, that's good. And then we'll go like that. Do I like it like that, or do I like it like... I mean, it is more slitular at this point. Slitular is not a word. It is more slit-like at this point of a nose than it is, like, nosy, so that's probably fine. I'm gonna trust my gut and make his eyes exactly how I see fit, because I was inspired. Yes, he looks adorable. Kind of a triangular... Yes, perfect. He'll probably have some kind of like eyeshadow. I really like eyes like this when they have like some eyeshadow. I'm gonna put it down a little. Yes. Very, very cute. Absolutely perfect. Ooh, I think I like that. And then we can give him his whiskers. I think I want them to be a little more straight like these ones, like stick-like. So we'll just give him those big, stupid, watchog whiskers, rather. Is this fucking Ave Maria? Oh, it covers his thing. You can't even see it. Okay, I'll make this one more up. I feel like they need to be more by his nose, is the problem here. Okay. Eh? Oh, god damn it. Just gonna get rid of this. There we go. Okay. His whiskers are whiskered. I think I want him still, he was gonna have the, yeah, the eyebrows a little bit. Or I mean the ears, rather. He was gonna have some level of ears and some level of eyebrows. Both. Maybe I'll just give him little triangles here. Like little tiny vestibular triangles. Just right here. Actually, you only have to see the one from this angle, so... Or rather, you'd only be able to see the one from this angle. Oh, let's go! I know every word to this song. Hey, 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 hey! It's just hey. Plot twist, the whole song is just hey. Okay, I think these ones actually need to be a little bit longer since they're in the front. Or rather, maybe they should all just be a little shorter in general. In the front. Or in the back, rather. Well, I guess there's lyrics during this part. You know what? I think I want just the front one. It's cute. It kind of looks like little, like, alien antennas, and I kind of like it. I think that's better. And he keeps his horn. And it has grown even more now, and it has 3 sections. It might be cool to make them 3 different colors. Okay, I think I got most of the idea across for all of these. Oh, I didn't. I drew it in blue. Am I stupid? Here we go. Okay. Okay, this little freak is hanging out in— you know what? Here. I'll do this for you guys. Here you go. This is for you guys. Because I know everyone's gonna be upset if I delete him. Weird freak man. There you go. You can have your little weird freak man. And I guess I'll post that in the Discord too. There you go. I'm not gonna delete the weird freak man. He is saved. He is safe. He's fine. Okay. We are gonna delete him off of this canvas. Alright, I'm gonna take this bro, make it a little smaller. Okay, we have our 3 boys. We have Steve, Stevon, and, Steviathan. Okay, so we have Stevon, and Steviathan. Oh, wait, why did I use T's in these? Hold on. Sorry. Spivon and Spiviathan. Sorry, duh. I'm an idiot. Alright. Oh! Spivon, your tail! My lord, man. What have I done to you? There we go. Sorry, Spivon. I think this should be more like this. It will look a little better. Cool beans. Cool. Okie doke. There. There she blows, as it were. These are our 3 boys. They will no longer be the Powerpuff Girls momentarily because I'm going to color these sketches before we are done here. Because I don't think I have time to fully, like, draw these guys and, like, render them out and everything, but I will have time to at least get a color scheme figured out. So, let's create black lines for these boys. Boom. Okay. Lines are black. Let's see. What do we want? I guess let's toy with some ideas for what. I guess that might have something to do with like what his color scheme is. We'll probably want to have something to do with his whole point and his like what's it called? His oh, Steven, I think this would be a good idea to do on you. And I think on Spiviathan, I almost want to make this like a 2-tone situation. Or like... That's cool. I like that. And then your feet can have a similar situation going on. I like that. That seems cool. And then we can do this in a similar way. It's neat. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. See, I knew he'd start coming together more as I, like, drew more. And then Speven, I almost feel like this would be a neat thing to do for you. That side's a little funky, but there we go. He feels like he should have a tummy. You know what I mean? We'll reflect that with the colors, I suppose. But this is actually, I feel like this is exactly what I wanted to do, and I'm really happy with even just like the base design. Like, I think we really captured this concept. I'm really grateful to have chat's input too, because I don't think I would have been able to like figure out what to do with all of this on my own. I'm gonna do this with his ear as well. Not like that though. Kind of close. I'm trying to make it like really rounded, and my hand is not doing that. There we go. Does that look better or worse? I kind of like it better. I think that's good because then at this one we can yeah, because that looks like an ear a little bit more so. There we go. I know, isn't stage one is such a little fucking freak. I love him very much. He's probably my favorite one. I normally don't let my Pokemon evolve, but like, I think I would let this one evolve. I like him all the way through. That was the goal I set out to achieve here, was making them look good all the way through. So, he'll be a water type for sure. But I'm kind of not sure about normal. Should we learn about the humpback whale? You guys want to learn? How do we feel about learning, chat? I'm gonna add my window capture. No? Was that not? Oh, I deleted it. Doy. Let me pull up a good. Let's learn about the humpback whale. Humpback whale. What do I want? This is 3 minutes. That's easy enough. Why is it playing picture in picture? Oh. Hello? I'm not sure why, but it won't let me pick. It won't let me pick the window I have up, and I really don't know why. That was stupid. Alright, so let's learn about the humpback whale real quick.
Humpback whales are gentle giants that glide slowly and gracefully underwater.
Why does it
These
sound like
marine
that?
mammals can be found in oceans worldwide. They are
It sounds like
classified as
someone was
baleen whales. This
recording
means
this
that
from
they
their
have no
closet.
teeth, but they are able to filter out small prey from the water using the fringe plates called baleen on their jaws. They are
Yeah, baleen, that's what
migratory
they were called.
animals
That
that
was
will
the thing.
travel up to
I was
5,000.
calling it like brush before, but like baleen, that's what it's called. It like filters so that only like the little stuff that they actually eat goes through. It helps them not eat a bunch of random garbage.
Miles from their cool, nutrient-rich feeding grounds to their warm, tropical breeding grounds. In the spring and summer, they feed on krill and small fish. During the
Yeah,
winter,
most of
when
the
they
time,
inhabit
most
their
whales
breeding
don't eat
grounds,
like
humpback whales rarely
big
feed.
things. They kind of just eat
Instead,
little
they
like
utilize their fat
bullshit fish
reserves
that
to
like
survive.
end up in
They
their mouth.
mate, give birth, and nurse their young in the winter. Males will compete for
Wow.
females in head-to-head battles. Males are known for singing their complex whale songs during breeding season. These songs change from year to year. Females give birth to a single calf after an 11 to 12
I
month
didn't
gestation
know that it
period.
took them that
Calves
long
nurse
to
their
give
mothers
birth.
for around 10 months. Newborn calves will already be 10 to 15 feet in length.
That's
These
crazy.
whales will become sexually mature at 5 to 9 years of
Oh my
age,
god, can
and
you
they
two
can live
stop?
around 50 years. Adult
They didn't
females
say that
average
you two should
49
be
feet in
sexually
length.
active. They said
Males
that
are
the
slightly
whales
smaller.
are sexually
Their
mature.
long
Stop
flippers
humping
can
each
grow up
other.
to 1/3 the length of their body.
Sorry, my
Each
sons are
whale's
being
tail
rowdy.
fin has a distinct pattern. This is used by
That I
scientists
didn't
to
know.
identify individual whales from afar.
That's really
Humpbacks
cool.
exhibit a variety of out-of-water
Maybe
displays,
we
such
should.
as breaching.
Ooh, the tail thing I didn't know. See, that would be cool. Maybe that could be something like, you know how spindas have like different spot patterns? You could use it could be like that where the whale boys have different like colors uh that are like unique. That would be really cool.
Spy hopping, and tail slapping. They typically surface to breathe every 10 to 15 minutes, but they are capable of remaining underwater for 45 minutes.
I didn't know their
Calves
breathing
must
span was
surface
that
every
short
5
actually.
minutes. Humpback whales have been recorded showing compassion for other animals.
That's
For
nice.
example, in addition to aggressively protecting their own offspring from predators such as killer whales, false killer whales, and large sharks, they might even try to save a seal or gray whale calf from a killer whale attack.
To be honest
Humpbacks
with
are
you,
at risk of being entangled in fishing gear and ingesting marine
oh no,
pollutants. In the 20th
that makes me
century,
sad.
commercial whaling brought humpback whales close to extinction.
I knew that whaling was like a big
Fortunately,
problem, but I didn't know
commercial whaling was banned in
specifically
the
it
late
like caused huge
1900s and
issues
many
to
populations have been recovering.
uh
For more
humpbacks.
marine facts, click the subscribe button.
Okay, so I was right. Whaling's like illegal. I thought so, but I just wasn't 100% sure. Okay, let's get rid of this now and put the music back. Okay. So I'm thinking, I'm almost thinking this almost feels like a cop out. I think it would be really cool to make it water fairy because because we're using humpback whales specifically. I think between their like nature and the spot pattern thing and the singing. Oh, is it? Oh, sorry. Forgot to turn it back down again. Um, yeah, between the singing and the spot pattern and the way they have, like, it seems like they have a really sweet and compassionate nature, I think fairy's probably a good choice. I think maybe they start off fairy and then gain the water later. That might be... I'm seeing in my mind, this is kind of the color scheme I'm seeing in my mind. Let's see if this works. But I'm kind of seeing something around around this range. And then something like this. Something that goes out kind of like this. Almost in like kind of a pink orange kind of pattern. And what I was thinking was have more of these colors prominent, and then have the more blue tones start to come in more as these evolutions come in. So he starts a little bit more like light with the lighter tones here, and then just more of a deep blue as he goes on. That's what I'm thinking. Um yeah, that seems good to me. I kind of made a mess of that, but it's whatever. Something like... It's very messy. Well, it's whatever. It's just a sketch. I'm thinking his cheeks probably will, like... more like that. But most of his body, I think, is gonna be... like this. Like, I'm thinking maybe like this color. Is he looking like Cyndaquil again? God damn it. I'm really trying hard not to make him look like Cyndaquil. I might just, because sometimes it can take a really long time, I might just, like, properly draw them off camera, and then, like, record the time-lapse, and then just upload the time-lapse, just because sometimes actually finishing these drawings can take, like, so fucking long. Yeah, that's looking okay. Thinking maybe... should make... here. This will be... just a reference. This will be Speed's folder. And I'll just make a different folder for everyone. I'm thinking Spavon is probably gonna have more of like a... this kind of vibe. Like, here's his tummy color. Like, they all should have like a mild tummy color, but I think it going up to under the eye is good. Like, I think that looks good, actually. Like that. It doesn't look quite as Cyndaquil-y that way. Or maybe that makes him look more Cyndaquil. I don't know. Whatever. It's whatever. He looks good. It doesn't matter. He looks good. You tell him he looks handsome. If you don't tell Speeve that he looks handsome... God damn it, I did it again! Arrgh! Is this Sakura the folk song? It's not, but it sounds like it. He's coming along, he's looking handsome. Yeah, I think this is the way to go. Have his tummy be this light color from the basic. And then maybe his little feeties can be the same color as his, like, under tummy. Actually, no, I'll make this part his under tummy color. No, that looks weird. Hold on. I don't know, I'll figure that out, I guess. You like the colors? Good, I'm glad. I was a little like, I hope these are suitable. I'm thinking Speeve should have, like, the dark blue for his, horn, honestly. Just so there's that tie-in. And then Speeven's gonna have this as, like, his base color, I think. Because he's gonna look just like the big one, for the most part. And I think they're both gonna have that general color. We're gonna clean this up. It won't look so trash when we're done, don't worry. I'll clean it up. Should the whiskers be the same color or a different one? Still trying to figure that out. Sometimes I just play around with stuff until it, like, see what looks good and see what doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. And then just kind of fuck around with it until it does. There we go. That's something. He's getting there. Okay, let's... Oops. Yeah, the Tanaka song! Actually, I'm gonna do something else for speed. Oh, did I? Oh, god damn it. Well, it's too late. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna make his tail dark. I really like that. That looks kind of more Pokemon to me. I think that ties it together better. Okay, let's get this boy all filled in, because this is gonna take a little bit. My boy Leviathan's gonna be looking snazzy when all said and done. That's my boy. Did I settle on a type? Yeah, so the reason, that's part of why the colors are the way they are. So, he's gonna end up being a water fairy. Partially because of the whimsy of what the fuck is going on with whales. Partially because of, to be honest, I kind of see whales as like this like sage of the ocean. They're like huge. They like kind of live for a long time. They like swim around just wistfully singing songs and like they said in the video, like they're compassionate. They like recognize when other animals are like hurting and like they can like they recognize to save people and stuff. It's so cool. I'm thinking this is gonna be maybe kind of a cool look. Let's see. Let's see if this looks good. So my thought was all of the like accenting and stuff is gonna be in those like pink and yellow tones. And if those look a little too strawberry banana, we might pick a different color scheme, but I personally like this. Because it goes with the general aquatic theme. Whales tend to be somewhere in this like blue range. Blue, black, gray kind of range. I like the blue range. It's a little less boring than just kind of gray. But, I mean, I guess I could have made him gray. And then the colors probably would have popped more, but maybe a shiny version. We can make a shiny version while we're here. There's nothing stopping us from making a shiny version. I'm gonna put this over this layer, actually. So I can do this. Because I like this idea. And then this underside. Oh, this has to be underneath because of this. We can do this. That's fine. We can do that. Let's do this big and then just fill it in like that. It's easier. Cool. Easy peasy. This is where it gets a little harder. That's what she said. I was at the most tired and done with it. That's what she said I've ever said. It's kind of nonchalant, just, guess that's what she said. Okay. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I like the light blue was better. The light blue was considerably better. And I'm trying to figure where to place the rest of the colors. gonna fix this a little. Ah! I made it worse. Okay. Cool. Now we just gotta place the rest of the colors, huh? Stop calling me! Okay. Dude, I'm just getting hit with every spam caller possible right now. Jesus Christ. So I'm thinking maybe keep his colors kind of less colors at the beginning. Maybe his feeties can be pink? That makes sense. Because if he's a rat, his feeties would be pink. And maybe his eyes are like pink too. Maybe it's like a brighter shade of the same color. Yeah, that's good actually. I really like that. That looks cool. Because especially if he's a rat. Like, that looks neat actually. Very Pokemon. Let's do that kind of yellowy color. Yeah, this was good. Oops. Oops. I'm just gonna put it underneath so that doesn't happen. I think that's really good, and I think his tail being the same color would be good. Yeah, that looks really good. That looks really neat, actually. I really, really like this little fella. He looks really, really cute. I really, really like him. He's growing on me a lot. At first, I was a little skeptical, but, like, he's so cute. He's so good. I really like him. Should I give him more markings? I guess I'll finish everybody's base colors, and then I guess I'll see if they should have more markings. I think he kind of looks good as is, personally. Speed is good. Let's finish Spavon. Oh, I was gonna make his little feeties on the tops. There we go. That looks cute. It kind of looks like he's wearing little shoes. Uh, here's his feety color. Why does this evolution look like a Poplio evolution? He kind of looks like a freaky Poplio that decided that he wants to be carnivorous now. Maybe... Need a thought. We're gonna do it like this, Yeah, that looks really nice. It almost kind of looks like the opposite of, Weasel's color scheme. orange. Just pink. Okay. So do this on the orange layer. That looks good. Oh, this is the pink layer. Right. Thought I lost it for a second there. That looks good to me. I think maybe making his whiskers blue would be cute. I think that would be the cutest option. Yeah, I think that's definitely the cutest. For sure. I think I want to make his inner ear yellow. Yeah, that's really cute. Should I make this yellow too? I kind of like that. That looks cute. Maybe his teeth. Kind of like his teeth yellow. That looks really nice, actually. I really like it with his teeth yellow. And then on Big Boy Spaviathan, he can have even more yellow teeth. It can be like this orange color. Because then they really look like, fuck are they called? The whale teeth. I think this is what I want. Should we put it going in towards the yellow or out towards the yellow? I guess in towards the yellow is closer to, the previous evolution, huh? Okay, that seems good. His arms and legs. I'm thinking maybe yellow stripe and then pink stripe. No, they're not really arms and legs, but you know, close enough. Maybe the front ones have pink and the back ones have orange. Song's good. Oh, we're not on that far. Whatever. I'm thinking I want his horn to get, like, very red at the front. And then start getting more normal as it goes up. And then use the orange. kind of looks rainbow, but I do like it. Is it too rainbow? Does it look stupid? I think it looks kind of cool. It's a little rainbow. It might be kind of stupid. I think I want him to go back to the original eye color too. Make it be like the same as the horn. And then have the eye color be kind of yellow too. Oh, oops. Whatever. That seems good. I think he needs more body markings, but I think he's looking good. I think... Let me hit save first so I don't fuck this up. I think that's all they need, really, is slightly more body markings. What does a humpback whale's body markings look like? Let me see. Humpback whales. They don't have, like, a lot of body spots, do they? It's mostly on their arms and their tails. Okay, I think then, in that case, what I'm going to do... We'll do this. We'll put it on clipping layer. We'll get this color. We'll get the water pen. And I'm gonna make some splotches. Actually kind of like that. I just kind of started doing shit, but I like how that looks. That looks cool. Okay, I'm gonna give him like this. That looks cool. If I put one on his corner eye, he's gonna look like Kyogre, isn't he? Not necessarily. Okay, I just have to do it. Oops, not like that. This is what I was thinking for this guy. That's not like Kyogre, so that should be fine. And then I'm trying to just make him look like a humpback, so I'm trying not to go too hard on his, like, back spots. But I was thinking, if I just do something like this. I think people wouldn't get the idea, and they wouldn't think that it looks like Kyogre necessarily. Well, that one's too... What I'm trying to do here is make a somewhat randomized pattern. But it's hard to do when I'm doing it deliberately. I'm just trying to not make it look too deliberate. I make it look deliberately randomized. That's too far down. In fact, that should go down further. Kinda like that, with the random splotches. There aren't a lot of Pokemon with random splotches, are there? I feel like they kind of avoid doing that. I'm gonna give him this, though. Because I want some of the splotches to not be randomized. Cool. Where his blowhole should be. And in fact, I'm gonna remove this one. That's good. Okay, that looks good. Oops. Now I can give him his eyeliner. Oops. Perfect. He kind of almost looks better without his eyeliner. Or we can make it... hold on. Just a tad bluer, tad darker, a tad brighter. No, I think we just don't give him eyeliner. Does he look better with or without the eyeliner? Hold on, I think this is what the issue is. Oops. Then put this back underneath. Oh! It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, Spavon. That looks good. That looks a lot better. Okay. I'm just gonna do this now. That looks cute. Not the ones on his hands. Yeah, that's good right there. That's a good sweet spot, I think. And then... Speeve. We'll have just some darker spots. The pattern makes it seem like a bubble jet. Ooh! Good, 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 good. That's not what I was, like, aiming for necessarily, but that's probably better. Should I give Speeve a little bit of eyeliner? I think that looks really cute with a little bit of eyeliner. That's too much. That looks really cute. What about a big circle with some bubbles coming off it? Hmm, I don't know how I feel about that. Is that cool or is that bad? I don't know how I feel about this at all. I was feeling the circle, but now I'm not feeling the circle. We can start here. Maybe make a bigger circle with some bubbles coming off it. That's something. It looks a little random, though. I guess Bulbasaur just has this. Which almost kind of looks okay. Hold up. Why don't I do something like that with bubbles? It's kind of good. I actually really like that. Let's turn the color scheme off. That looks really good. I'm actually really liking him. Maybe maybe I'll draw a proper, like, Pokedex image for him at some point, because I'm really liking how he looks. This is a lot more fun than I expected to struggle a lot more, I feel like. But this is really fun, like, exercise, honestly. I don't know what to name them yet. Still, even now. I mean, the the little rat man, the actual name is Pachycetus. I can tell you that. Um, they're named that because Cetus is the scientific term for like the whale, like the family that this creature belongs to. Um, Not necessarily the whale family, but the whole line essentially. But Pachycetus because I guess this thing was first found in Pakistan. I don't know if there's more in other regions that they have found since then, but I know the original one was from Pakistan. But I mean, yeah, that's he. Uh, I don't. Right now, we're just calling him Speed. I don't know what to name this guy. Maybe, maybe I'll make more lore as time moves on. Maybe I'll do another stream where we draw and figure out what to call this guy. I'm really proud of him and really happy. So I might just leave it here just because I don't want to sit here and like agonize for a really long time because I'm not great at naming things without doing like a bunch of research first. But um I will post them in the Discord and maybe we can have like a crowd brainstorm session and figure out better what to like call him and stuff. But yeah, I don't do a lot of drawing streams just because I always feel like I won't have a lot to talk about, but I guess I kind of proved myself wrong because I yapped the entire fucking time and did not shut up. I just realized what the color scheme reminds me of. It reminds me of the towers, they're like natural rock formations in Oh the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. That's what it's reminding me of. But anyway, um, see you guys later. We'll figure out what to call this bad boy. And I'm trying to design another Pokemon for just like an OC story I'm doing. So if you guys are interested, maybe I will post the speed paint of that. But I have this other character on the left here. It's kind of embarrassing, but he's basically, you know how in Legends Arceus there's a bunch of characters that are basically like ancestors to other characters that kind of almost look like clones of them. Uh, so this is my N ancestor, and I wrote a whole stupid long backstory, and I feel embarrassed to talk about it because I feel like I anytime I write like any kind of derivative story or OC story or anything like that, I get like really embarrassed to like share it with anyone because it feels just super lame. So, I won't go into a lot of details, but this is my other Pokemon OC, Zionaris. He's cool and stuff, but he has a tie-in legendary that I'm gonna create for him that's essentially supposed to be based on Quetzalcoatl. So if I end up making good progress on that, maybe I'll post a speed paint if anybody's interested. But yeah, anyway, um I'll see you guys next time. The next stream will be tomorrow. I don't remember. I think we're doing what's it called? Doctor House. I think we're playing Doctor House tomorrow. So, oh shit, I gotta get the thumbnail ready. God, fuck. Okay. Well, I have shit to do, so I'll see you guys later. Tune in if you want to watch me cut people up and make rude, sarcastic remarks about their lifestyle choices.